Okay, can you hear me, guys? Oh, that's a bummer. Well, audio isn't working, so I have to cut off the stream because without you listening to me, it's not going to be educational at all. Can you hear me? No? No. Okay. Oh man, that's too bad. Oh, Mr. Brian is fooling with me. I think he's saying it's working. Well, thanks for the feedback, but I was about to turn this whole thing off. Can you just confirm if the audio is really working? Okay. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Okay, it's working. Yeah, I did a little fixing in OBS. Thank you so much for letting me know. A lifesaver. Okay, thanks a lot. And I'm sorry for this disruption. As you can imagine, there's a lot of things to get to this point where you're live streaming with this many cameras, and there's a lot I have to learn yet, but I hope it's a good experience, and let's continue, right? Hopefully the audio is okay right now. Okay, you can hear me. Great, thanks a lot. All right, so I guess I have to say everything again because you didn't hear me. This is an underpainting of a portrait of our Lord Jesus Christ, and I am just starting to work on the final layer. So what you're seeing here is just an underpainting. It's just kind of a reference for what is to come. It's not really the final layer. If you can see, it's kind of dull. It doesn't have much contrast. It's just like a little, you don't have to be this, it doesn't have to be this finished, but you do want to have some kind of a like first layer where you know where things are and it's final, and then you can move forward to polishing it and bringing contrast and life to this painting. So I'm moving now from the underpainting to the final stage. And one of the things that really bothers me and that I'm doing right now is that I'm correcting the halo, because I don't think it's big enough, to be honest. So I'm gonna work on this for a bit, and then we're gonna move on to the facial elements, start bringing some contrast. And let me know if you have any questions. I'm so sorry again for the audio in the very beginning. And just so you know, if you're watching live, this is a one-timer, because after this we're only going to have access to clips online, and then probably I'll post all the progress of work on my Patreon, and it's you can choose different tiers, but all the materials are there, all the videos, all the mentorship, all the anatomy classes are there. So I really advise you to go to my Patreon, which is also a work in progress. But if you want to learn oil painting and learn facial anatomy and so forth, I think you're going to benefit a lot from that. So shameless plug-in, and I'll continue to work on the halo. So I was speaking and I was muted, but I was saying this very pale yellow is just something to start with, and then I'll deepen it. And I was also explaining when I was muted that what you see here is a very simple colors that I was using earlier today for Caucasian skin under cold light. And I can go deeper into that later because skin is a real puzzle, and there's a lot of nuances and cold and warm aspects of it. And then there's the anatomy that also comes along with form. So there's so much I want to cover with you. So let's try not to be too complicated, right? That's why, in a sense, I think it's best to just, start working with the halo, because it's a way to say hi everyone and welcome and fix all these issues, all these bugs, right? And get to know each other. So yeah, it's an easy circle, so to speak. So I want it to be luminescence. Not sure you heard that part. So I don't want to create any solid borders or contour the halo. The halo is a shape of light. So you want it to slightly expand around and without having like this limitation you see, which is darker. It was there because I needed to create a separation for the underpainting between the sky and this form, the circular form. But afterwards you want to eliminate these references and just focus on creating the shapes. So let me go. Also, sorry about this, but I really need to back away from the painting a lot. And I think so the mic is here, but I have to back away, and I'm trying to find a better mic that actually, like, possibly one of those that goes in your cheek, right? For teaching in conferences. But I can't seem to find something that has good quality like this. This is like the best quality for audio, right? I could even sing here, and I love singing, so you're probably gonna hear me singing a lot. So you should be ready for that if you're gonna follow me. It's gonna be a lot of singing. But yeah, when I'm back here, you're probably not gonna hear me so well. So, but as a painter, I need to go back and forth. That's part of our work. So another thing that's, I think it's important to mention, and is that when you're moving on to final layers from the underpainting, you should also take advantage of the fact that there are muted or darker colors underneath that you can use. And if you work with more expressive brushwork, you can actually create more interesting, more expressive, almost expressionist, right? Marks without like fully covering a surface in one solid color. I think that's not so interesting. So I think that's going to be a little wider, right? Yeah. I think I'm gonna go around here, just slightly wider. Expand it a little bit. And this is why it's so important to draw a lot. You know, most artists say, I don't want to waste time drawing, I just want to paint. And I get it. I want to paint too. I barely do any more charcoal drawings these days because I have to paint so much to get to that solid body of work that I need. But what you can do is you hold your brush like this, if you can watch me. There you go. So instead of painting like this, which is something you do, and I'm not against it, I do it all the time. You, instead of painting as you're writing with a pen, you shift it like this, like to the very, very end of the brush, like this. Depending on the, back to focus. There you go. Depending on, the kind of shape and detail where you are. But if I'm painting vegetation like here, perhaps I'm not at the end of the brush, perhaps I'm at the middle. And you're going to have to develop that sensitivity as well. It's good to just not hold the brush as you're writing with a regular pen or pencil. It's good to like anyone who does academic studies goes through that labor, painful experience of letting go of the fact that you paint with the wrong hand position. But once you get a hang of it, it really starts to work for you. And then you get, there he goes again. Do you see that over there? I cannot believe that just happened again. So basically, I'm grabbing alizarin crimson from somewhere in the palette. And I think it's because the white is contaminated. Yeah, look at that. There's the devil. I had contamination in my white. Be very careful, because I was painting something else earlier, so my white is, it wasn't ready for this stream today for sure. It was on another painting, but I think I can correct it. Just adding a little bit of white. So, oh my God, I spent, what, 5 minutes talking muted? Is that what happened? Oh my God. And you guys did not tell me? I'm going to ban people out of this chat? Okay, there I am. Here we go. Do you see that, kind of texture, different marks? So I don't want to go with a solid color. I just want to leave it open like that. Oh, yeah, that's right. You didn't hear my question. I was saying, let me know where you're watching from. I know most of the people who are aware of these live streams are watching from Portugal. But I've seen people from other countries. I'm very curious to know where you're watching, which country you're at, and what time zone you're at. Here in Portugal, it's 5:30 p.m. And yeah, I almost didn't make it today because my cat left me a dead mouse by the door, and I had to discard it, and that was very messy. I mean, people who live in the countryside know what I'm talking about, right? But yeah, I was late because of that. Sorry, guys. Don't be afraid to leave imperfect marks. It's so funny that I'm painting this live with you guys because I am just shifting from being a beginner painter and definitely a baby streamer, but I'm shifting from like more, as with any artist, like more how do you say it, inner work, me and my painting in my studio, right, to growing community and sharing my work with the world. And I know there's not a lot of painters who do this, and I kind of know why. It's tough, man. It's tough. As artists, I mean, I am totally introverted, but painting is even worse because it's like a part of you that it's such an internal process, and by making it public and in such things as a live stream is like, what is my art process actually doing, and what is it, and how does it integrate me now, because it's changing. But you know what, I think if you love someone or something, that means you're willing to change. And to me, love is change. And this is the love of my life, painting. I have callus in my fingers from painting so much, so I'm not bragging or anything. I'm just saying that it is a process to shift from being shy and always in the studio by myself working on these large pieces to suddenly growing a large community. Well, not large, but you know, going public and starting to grow community. That's more like it at this point. But yeah, it's different. So I think we're good with the halo. I'm not gonna do anything with the eyebrow here. I'm just gonna leave it open. I'm leaving everything open. And perhaps the circle won't be visible down here. So that doesn't make sense here, so I gotta open that up. You know, guys, I see so many painters these days trying to make everything look so photographic. And oh, here you go. Another thing you can do is use both hands. Don't use, if you're a lefty or right-handed, do not use that hand. Change it all the time. I swear to you, it's worth it. You're gonna thank me later. Start using both hands and test it and paint and draw with them. Use both, because when you're painting, you're gonna put so much of yourself. It's like kind of a martial art exercise. If you use both arms, it's all of yourself gets involved in the painting. Then there's so much you can do, right? Because you're not like just using one hand, you're using two, so you're working double faster. Hopefully that makes sense, right? Is everyone okay? Or let me know. I have a bit of a lag, I noticed. I think it's about 1 minute, and I apologize, but it's because I have so many cameras running, and it creates kind of a lag. So I have to wait for your comments and wait for your reply, because yeah, it's gonna take a bit to show up in the feed. So right now I'm doing this crazy thing where I am painting with my right hand a circle, which is supposed to be a perfect form. But I'm just trying to prove a point, which I was saying before, don't try to make your paintings photographic. If that's your thing, that's fine. I'm not criticizing. You have your own thing, go for it. But you also want to find your expressive freedom, your own way of painting. Hey there. Thanks. Hey. Sending love back. So what I mean is you want to open up to error. You want to open up to forms that are not perfect, lines that are broken. A painting works, in my opinion, because there are no lines. There are forms, and there's broken elements that are anchors to those lines that kind of happen in the background, but they should be muted. But that's just my opinion. So, I'm a work in progress. I'm also trying to live by that rule, but sometimes I wake up and I'm like, I'm gonna create the most perfect masterpiece ever created. And then I'm like, oh, there you are, you little ego. Get the F away from me. So, yeah, I just want to advise and recommend that, as with this circle, which is a halo of a religious figure, don't try to make it perfect. Break the shape. Make errors. Let it just... I'm painting with my... I don't know how to paint with this hand. But I want a contour that is broken and messy. I don't want a perfect line. And I'm a huge fan of iconography. And I've studied religious paintings all my life. I actually wanted to join religion. Like, seriously. Don't make fun of me. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you joined, Mariana. Thank you so much. I hope I can see you tomorrow. We have an anatomy class. And if you don't know, I guess I was muted when I said this before. I'm starting anatomy classes on Patreon, and Marianne is my first Patreon. I cannot believe I'm starting this art journey with you guys. Cannot believe it. But yeah, we have anatomy classes live stream on Patreon every Monday at 5 p.m. London time, GMT. And then we have live streams, which are public, and it's just like a little bit of chat, you know, watching work in progress, Q&As, just having fun, you know, grab a cup of coffee and join me, that kind of thing. And those happen, as I said, every Sunday or Saturdays and Wednesdays at 5 p.m. GMT. I'm going to focus a little more because I'm going to go into the face now. And let me grab a brush. So this will do. I was using a filbert before, and now I shifted to synthetic brushes, nylon brushes. And I'm going to work a little medium here. We're good. I'm gonna start working on some shadows. Just trying to create some more contrast. I see on Twitch, let me know where you're watching from. And I kind of muted the alerts, but I can see you guys from here. So I'll be checking that, don't worry. It's a little dry, isn't it? So for the shadows, I'm just grabbing a little transparent red oxide with burnt sienna and ultramarine blue. Mind my Portuguese accent, but that's what I got here. And just want to deepen things without overdoing it. So comparing with this, adding a little ivory black because, and maybe a little, what is this? I have a bunch of browns up here. It's a mess. I promise I'll clean up the palette next time. If you want me to go over the colors, if that helps, let me know. But remember, for more technical things, if you really want to improve wherever you are, whatever level you're at, it's always best to go on Patreon because this is a little bit stressful, as you can see. Like, I'm all over the place. And I don't want to lose time explaining, you know, more classroom information. So that's an important line. That's a very important line. And I'm just throwing myself at it without much thought. So sometimes when I paint, I hold my breath. And that's great when you want accuracy. And also when you want to think through the brush stroke, you hold your breath. So, and not in a tense way, right? Just in a relaxed way, so you can bring more focus into what you're doing. And yeah, I'm just deepening the shadows, really. And I promise you guys that this week, yeah, this Wednesday, I'm gonna go into another painting because this one is kind of like already at the getting out of the underpainting phase, and you might want to watch from the very beginning, sketching, mediums, preparing the canvas and all of that. And I'm actually starting this idea I've been dreaming for a year or more, and I'm going to start a new very large painting this week, so I'm going to be sharing that with you. How about that? That sound good? All right. So as you can see by the level of contrast, we are really going into these shadows, and it's basically going to happen all throughout the piece. I like to start at some kind of mid-value muted colors. Because I'm drawing and I'm planning things, I don't really have solid references for most of the work I do. I just kind of mix everything up and pray to God that will work. I do have a reference that's a mix-up of... I could put up the image for you guys. Let me know if you want to see my reference that I'm using. I can put it up there. I think there's a way I can try it out live. Yeah, it's not easy, but I can try it. I can try to do it if you want to see. But it's like a medieval king from an old painting, and he's not exactly in the same position as I'm painting right now. So I kind of like just have to imagine it a bit. And I know the light is coming from up here, right? You can see it in the forehead. It's hitting the forehead. Everything goes slightly darker as it goes down. So here I am painting my clothes again. Every single time. I think I have to buy one of those NASA suits, even with helmet, so I don't ruin any more clothes. I'm so tired of ruining my clothes. Does that happen to you guys too? It's like, man, will anything survive those shy touches from the brush that never wash out in the dryer and the washing machine? Like, anyways, I'm going in the hair, but for your sake, the viewer, I'm gonna go a little bit in the face. But I like to take one area at a time, to be honest. And I know this one needs a little darkened areas here. Also, you know, let me know where you're from and how long would you like these live streams to go? You know, I would imagine you are doing your own thing, and maybe I'm just like a companion voice or streamer that you're watching while you do stuff. That's what I do with other streamers. And it fuels me, you know, it fuels me for activities, and I learn a lot that way. So hopefully that works for you too. But yeah, I need to do a little bit overall. I guess I could, well, I just gotta imagine that this side is more on shadow, I guess, because the light is coming from the right. So you see me, like, whoop, here we go. I'm using both hands. So I'm painting with my left hand and I'm smudging with my right hand. And I usually shift just to make sure that both my hands are active and the one that's not the main hand is not dormant. Don't want one of the hands to go dormant because, you know, I'm not a neuroscientist. I did study medicine, but I know that that affects your brain directly when you use both hands, and it will affect your painting, believe me. It will affect how you work and how fast you work. So always use both. And I'm just smudging with my non-dominant hand, but usually I also draw with the right hand. That's just something that comes when you're desperate to finish work. I got no time to lose. Let me just use both hands. Oh, maybe I can just pull a feet or two too. And maybe my cat can help me paint, and then I can finish 50 paintings in a year. Or not. We're trying here. We're trying to work fast. But fast sometimes is not, it's not good. It's a balance to also slow down, take some time to think about what you're doing. Not too long, hopefully. I'm like sliding through so much cable and camera, like in the Matrix, sliding forward to paint this canvas. I gotta find a new setup. It's very uncomfortable here. I I'm like surrounded by cables everywhere, like a little cocoon. And I like to move a lot, so I definitely have to work on this a bit. But I'm really excited to be here hanging out with you guys. I wish I could be drinking coffee while I paint. I bet you're drinking something nice, like a cup of tea, a cup of mint tea or something. Maybe some wine. Today was a beautiful day in Portugal. We had sunny day with soft breeze. It was like just so great. And where I live, the weather is not always nice, so that's a blessing when it is. It's always raining and either too hot or too cold. But it's always raining. It's always raining all the time. It's a mountain area, so not good for artwork supplies and such, as you can imagine. So what you're seeing here is probably, what you're seeing over here behind the ear, it's probably the darkest I will go. And now I'm gonna, hold on. I'm gonna grab a fresh brush. It's a little medium. And I'm gonna use that color from the halo. And this is a pre-mix from another painting, but I'm gonna use it because I know it's close to Caucasian skin under cold light because it doesn't have any warm colors. It has lemon yellow and alizarin crimson and transparent red oxide. So those are all cold colors. So I know I can use it for... I just want to make a reference of where my brightest area is going to be. Because I need to start working values. And so once you establish the darkest, it's not necessary, but it helps a lot. You want to establish the lightest, not the highlight of course, but just the lightest area. And that's probably going to be here. It's kind of almost a highlight, isn't it? It's too bright, so I'm just gonna take out the edge of it. It's just a little reference for me to remember that's the highest I'm gonna go in terms of color value. So yeah, there it is. Okay, I promise next time I'll do a better zoom in. You know why the camera is like this? I was planning to paint the whole sky. I'm gonna paint all the clouds and all of that. And I thought I'm just gonna do it in this live stream, but I don't know if I'm gonna get there because I want to take some time in the facial anatomy and features, so in mid-tones as well. So that might take a little bit before I get to the sky. But the sky is fun because there's just so much freedom. I use big brushes. There's so much freedom to painting skies. And this is a large painting, so the sky is going to be such a joy to paint. You know, bring volume to the clouds. So joyous. That's not the value I want. Don't be shy. Tell me where you're from. I can see you. What are you guys doing at this time? Just watching a streamer? Man, doing live stream painting is not good for the values. It takes concentration and there you are. Okay, so always make sure you have the correct value. That's very essential in the beginning, but right now I have to adjust value and color and hue and chroma and design and drawing, so I have a lot going on. It's just a little small brush stroke, but there's so much behind it. And let me know if you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, do you also notice that I'm not up close to the face trying to get everything right? I'm really far away. I guess you can't tell, but like the painting is all the way in the wall. Hold on a second. Hopefully that's a bit better in terms of audio. I got someone complaining. Sorry. I like to paint with music, but let me know if you don't like it. I can take it away. Totally. Take it away. Take it down, I mean. Let me know. Okay. So, we're just trying to focus here on some... Because these are going to be the brighter areas, and I'm not going to go lighter than these. And I'm just making sure that it's going to work. Right? It's a little off here, so... And because I'm like... You might say, oh, this is boring. It's just not really painting. You know, painting is faster and full of expression. And no, painting is a little death. Your ego dies and you go slow and you move. If you move faster, it's because you've mastered all those concepts that are behind the skin that you're painting. And I'm not a master, so I still have to, I have a low CPU, you know, you have to process all the muscles and tendons going on and where things are, and it takes me a while to put down the brush. But you know what? In my Patreon with the anatomy classes that we're, hopefully you're joining every Monday, I have live classes at 5 p.m. GMT London time. And from teaching, I heard that you improve a lot. So hopefully we're going to help each other. I'm going to get faster and you're going to get better, and we're going to cheer each other, and we're going to overcome this tough job that is being a painter together. It is so tough, isn't it? Okay, enough of specular light. I'm gonna move on to midtones. And so for the mid values, I'm gonna create just a fresh batch down here. I'm using transparent red oxide with some yellow, not the cold yellow. This is primary yellow or cad yellow, whatever you prefer, or the brand is. And I'm gonna mix a little white, and this is pretty much how I set up a midtone for Caucasian skin. But if you have black skin or Indian skin or whatever other color skin is, an alien skin, I think it's good to start with this base here. Oh my goodness, in the camera it's really bright and it's not really showing the true color. So this midtone is so much darker in my palette. Okay, I guess I have to fix that. I have to fix that in the future. Just so I don't look like a crazy person saying this is a midtone, I'm gonna darken it even more. And probably have to adjust the contrast on this camera that's attached to the palette. Thanks for following. Yeah, I'm just starting on Twitch, so I hear you. It's a slow grind. Definitely. Well, thanks for letting me know. Okay, thanks. There you are. My beautiful midtone. Go back here. Okay. Yeah, the maxillary bone. So the insertion should be noticeable here. But you don't want to, like, this is one of the most important parts of the facial, I think so. I mean, the jawbone, the maxillary is so determining of the likeness, but I'm not really portraying anyone. It's just like imaginative work based on watching an old painting of a king, which I'll put there. Don't worry, I'm gonna put the image there. But I don't have, when I say I don't have to respect likeness, right? But the jaw is still such a major feature. You don't want to get it wrong. Oh, is this working? Well, hello there. Hi. Hope you enjoyed the stream. I was so excited today because last night I finally opened my Etsy shop and I just went right into it and created a t-shirt just because me and my family wanted t-shirts. And the t-shirts are so soft and such good quality. So I just created a bunch, but with my paintings. Well, I'm very excited about that. It'll be on my shop, on my online shop. And you can access, if you're interested in it, we're just like having a goofy time creating clothes. I always wanted to be, what do you say, a sewer? Oh, there goes my English, right? I'm Portuguese, don't get triggered. But I always wanted to make clothes, let's just say. And so this is like, but I don't have time because I'm a painter. So having an Etsy shop and creating my own t-shirts and clothing brand with my paintings is it's a dream come true. We're not having to go through all the stress that is making clothes. So yeah, you can go to my website, which I'll post in my videos later. It's elianalemos.com, very easy to find on Google. And there's a t-shirt that I published, and it's from Saint Christina Ascending, the painting where she's ascending in the church. It's a saint that did a lot of levitation, and she was very connected to Christ and performed a lot of miracles. And there's a painting of her I did a few months ago where there's like these soldiers in awe. They were going to arrest her. It's a really great story if you want to dig into it. They were going to arrest her and put her in an asylum. So this is very early. It's fifth, I'm not sure which century she was living in. I think it's 12th century. Yeah, Saint Christina. Yeah, shameful. It's Saint Christina the Astonishing. That's the name they used. And they were going to lock her up in a mental asylum, which in the 12th century, I'm not sure how that would be. Probably not a good place to be. And but she ascended in a church. She performed this miracle. She levitated really high, and then they just made her saint out of her instead of a lunatic. I love Christian stories of saints. They're so incredible, especially in like the old fathers. They have such amazing biographies. I'm so sad I don't really have time to read much these days. I'm always just like kind of sketching new ideas and such. And also, yeah, I know. Let me know if you want me to move the camera up close so you can actually see my brushwork. I'm definitely doing that if you say so. On 3, 2, 1. Okay, I got it. I'm gonna wait. I know I'm lagging a lot. Where we're at? Where do you see the time? Can you guys let me know how long? Oh yeah, 56. No, that cannot be. Maybe 56 minutes streaming. Okay. Hope I'm not boring you. I have no idea how long I'm going. I know it's 6, but you know the problem is with painters is we start painting and time just goes down the toilet. We have no clue what time it is. And then it's nighttime and you're like, what just happened? And I think we share that with gamers. Lost the time. It just doesn't exist anymore. Another tip. Okay, so for example, I'm here at the neck, which of course it's mid-tone in the shadow area. So there's midtones in the light area and midtones in the shadow area, right? So this should be way darker. But I, by mistake, because I'm talking, I'm distracting, this is my second time live streaming, it's a mess. So I did a mistake and I started landing very light brush strokes here. But as I was saying, just go with it, leave it, let it be. Because you want different marks on your painting. You don't want it to be flat, solid color. So even if you do a mistake, use it. Go with it. Don't be afraid to not correct it. I mean, with drawing, it's a little different because you're using a piece of paper and you're not really layering, right? Unless you work with sculptural drawing, with gesso and all of that stuff. If you're really drawing, then it's just one flat layer of charcoal or, you know, brush, pencil, whatever you're using. So while with oil painting, it's so forgiving and so beautiful because there's just layers upon layers. And if you made a mistake, use that mistake, play with it, cast it out, bring it in, mix in with another color. Just make sure that you're going in the right direction. And by doing that means that you hold firm onto your values, your anatomy. Which brush was I using? I think this one. Your anatomy and just your foundation, right? You need a foundation. If you work without a foundation, I know people I talked to before, they don't like to hear this. You need a foundation. You need to know what's underneath the superficial stuff you're doing, because it's you're creating form. So you have to stay within those elements. Oh, I'm so close for so long and I'm not backing away enough. So I think that's the correct value. Does it ever happen to you when you're painting that, like for example, you're using one of these brushes and you know, you just went in your palette, picked a little bit of color, and suddenly you spin it around and the other side has white instead of brown? That happens to me quite a bit. That's why you want to mix it through in your palette, or just do it on purpose, like have different colors on each side of the brush and then add in those two colors. I also do that with filbert brushes when I'm just sketching in. I use one side with shadow and another side with light, and then I shift it around to work faster on the drawing. There you go. So yeah, I'm just focusing on this dark area and trying not to ruin the underpainting. And then I say to myself, don't be afraid to ruin. Just put more thought into it rather than being afraid to ruin the painting. I forgot to post on my other social media that I was live. That's probably I'm not seeing a couple people that are usually always here. But that's okay. We're just starting, and it's just a new experience. And you know, if you're my follower, I kind of like feel sorry, and I am sorry because you subscribed for maybe long format videos. But I'm still doing those. It's just that I'm working so hard for an exhibition and just to have solid body of work that I can call like, this is Elia's work, this is my work. You know, just I want to feel that power, you know, that strength that comes with you finding your voice. It's important. It's important. It's not a negotic thing. It's important to have that. So I'm kind of trying to get there in a way. And the long format videos take so much time. You know, you have to go outside, film, multi-camera work, drone camera. And so I kind of like decided I'm just going to live stream because I want to be close to you guys. And I love teaching so much. I was a teacher for almost 15 years, teaching movement. So I think I get it from my mom. She's a teacher, and I think I got it from her. I love teaching, so it's something I will eventually do. I just didn't expect it to be so soon, but here we are, building a full anatomy course on Patreon and doing live streams. I guess that's how it's gonna be, you know? It's how it's gonna go. No way around it. And I guess I'm boring you because I'm only deepening the shadows, right? I promise next stream I'll go into more explaining where the form is and what's beneath the skin. And why is there volume, or like one of the things that people sometimes forget when they study anatomy is the fat masses, which vary incredibly from face to face, but it's never included in anatomy. I studied medical anatomy for years and had to take a very long time to study artistic anatomy because it's very different. Has nothing to do with medical anatomy. There's different anchors, different visual points that insert differently from cadavers. And I mean, it did help to study from cadavers in medical school, but it didn't help to paint, believe me. And that really surprised me. I did not expect that at all. And just to say that in the process, I never had a teacher to explain me the fat masses, which occur in the same areas for everyone, but their shape is incredibly different. I guess according to how fat you are or not. That sounds a little weird. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to sound too judgy. Man, this is exhausting. I mean, not the live stream. I mean, the stretching the arm through the cameras and the cables up here. It's like I'm doing a workout. I'm doing a full workout. And it's a 1 hour workout at this point. Wow. Okay. I guess that will have to come. Don't know how that was gonna happen. I have some things that are not happening in my reference, like this medieval king. I could tell you the name. Hold on, give me a second. I'll try to insert the king here. I'm not sure you can see that. Hopefully you can. You know, I'm just a baby beginner with streaming OBS, but hopefully you can see that. That's one of the references I'm using. And but I flipped it, of course. It's not facing left, it's facing right. And I don't know how to flip it in OBS. So, well, just so you have an idea, I really like how this is a painting from take its time because it's in Russian and I have a hard time. I was gonna put it on audio so Google could say it out loud. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna even I can't pronounce it, but it's a famous Russian master, 19th century, and I follow a lot of his work, and it's kind of one of my mentors, so to speak. I didn't do master copies of him, but I look a lot at it. I draw some of it, and my dream is to have that kind of brush stroke. It's just so free. If you look at the brush strokes, they're so expressionist, and still they land with the exact value that it's needed for that area. And it's not overdone. It's just like enough to get a good read. And there's a naivety to it, like almost going in the illustration side. Perhaps for some people it's too much on the illustration technique and brushwork, but this is an up close. This is a gigantic painting of 3 horsemen, and as you know, with Russian masters, they do very large paintings with academic styles. So I think this is a 3 meter by something or more, museum size, really. And so the level of brush strokes with this painting and this face is just overwhelms me. It's rendered, but it's not photographical rendered. You know what I mean? And I think if you want to find your voice, you want to find an in-between that photography or model and the looseness and freshness of that kind of brushwork. And I don't know, I'm going in this tangent. Let me just put that away for now. Sorry, that interruption. But yeah, you wanted to see it, there it is. I have a lot of references, but I don't think that allows me to add more photos. I have to figure that out, how to add multiple images on the camera. Here we go. There we go. Okay. So, going a little lighter. Still shadow, but a little lighter. Just, I wanted to also show that image because I wanted to show you that, for example, I think, yeah, with this muscle, I could come in here and create like a solid shape down here and just fill it up. But what I want to do, and with every light or shadow shape, is I want to break it down into multiple brush strokes. I don't want to create a straight line or anything that resembles too much of a line. And maybe leave some of the underpainting, which is a lighter value, peeking through to create more variety. Oh, you don't hear music? Okay, hold on. Let me know. Is the sound okay? Let me know if you hear music now. That should be on again. Don't know what happened, sorry. I guess you like ambient, just like me. So yeah, do you see all these spots here? Like, it might look like there's a problem in the skin or something, but I'm just going to leave it because I want to leave it open and expressionist enough. I don't want to over blend it or render it. Of course, I don't want it to look like there's a skin problem or acne or anything like that, but I'm not going to close it with straight, solid, filled to the brim brush strokes. Sorry, that's just not what's going to happen here. If you didn't like it, there's an exit button. So dramatic. Okay. The quiet has arrived. Oh no. I'm just trying to have a complete thought here without thinking about cameras and people and streaming, and just one complete thought on the neck muscles. Let me know if you want me to just like give a quick talk about Caucasian skin, values and tones, colors, that sort of thing. Man, I can't wait to finish this painting. I mean, I painted this really fast, you know. I think I started this in, 2 months ago? Was it? I mean, the idea was from earlier, but I think I only started it maybe 2.5 months ago. And already it's like, wow. So, I guess when you work hard, you like get into this kind of flow state and things just start happening really fast. And sometimes they don't. I have so many failed paintings back there in another room. And it's frustrating because I had such good aspirations for those paintings. But what happens is I put the paintings down and I work on others. And then I know that from the experience I gained on working on new paintings, new solutions are going to happen for those paintings or in those areas that are not working. More experience is going to come. It's just like you're allowing fresh perspective to come into things that are not working. So never ever give up on painting, on a painting and painting, because just put it aside and it will work itself out. Definitely. One day you wake up and you're like, I know what to do. I know exactly how to fix this problem. So I've seen a lot of people doing that, especially on YouTubers. They give up on an idea completely, and they just sand down the painting and start all over. And I would just put it aside and give it some time to have his own existential crisis. Paintings need to go through that. It's their gestation moment. I'm gonna go and think about what I am. Am I a white canvas, a failed canvas, or a masterpiece? And hopefully the latter will be. So let them gestate, let them grow. Leave your kids alone, and you will have good paintings in time. But yeah, I really have a lot of them, like six that need corrections. And I just keep postponing and thinking, I'm not there yet. I don't have the skills yet. And I postpone, and they're just sitting there, sitting ducks, waiting for revise. Oh. Don't be afraid to use your fingers too. I mean, I just had a moment. I felt like Bob Ross was in the room when I was saying, don't be afraid to use your fingers. Are you a Bob Ross fan? I know this is a very controversial subject. Very controversial. You're not supposed to talk about Bob Ross. It's not academic. It's not academic work. Well, maybe I just like his joyful, free nature. Okay, volume check. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Hopefully, okay, the camera's still good. It's like, I'm gonna take a photo after I finish this stream, which is about to happen. I think I'm over, yeah, we're overdue. We're supposed to be 1 hour, and we're 1 hour and 18 minutes by now. But I'm gonna take a photo of the studio and post it on my Instagram and Facebook so you can see the maze I'm in right now. The maze. And well, I guess we're gonna wrap it up, huh? I'm gonna continue working, but I'm gonna wrap it up. So as I was saying in the beginning, you probably didn't hear me because the audio wasn't working, and sorry about that again. You know, it's just stuff that comes with first streamers. But I was saying that, what do you mean? It's still playing. Okay, probably someone's having some issues, but I think it's okay. But I'm wrapping it up, so don't worry about it. I'm gonna post it on my social media photo of this mess, and also to let you know that these streams are going to happen every Wednesdays at 5 p.m. London time, and one day of the weekend, either Saturday or Sunday. It depends really on what's going on. You know, just chores and crazy things happening in my life. So I might have to shift either Sundays or Saturdays, but I'll let you know beforehand. And for those who want to join Patreon, I have 3 tiers up right now, and I'm just starting up, but we're already going live tomorrow, Monday. We have an anatomy class. It's probably going to be over 1 hour, so please be prepared if you want to join. And for those there, I'll see you there. Also, let me know feedback on what you feel about these live streams. If you like the camera angles, if you want more up close, I guess, you know, it should be... Again, I did this more open because I thought I was going to go into the clouds, but oh, naivety to think I would do the whole sky in 1 hour. But it's a fun experience. And I hope to grow more audience so that just we learn from each other. I think that's the most important thing, is that we build community so that we can empower each other. And I always thought that way. I'm not a gatekeeper. I just spill the beans on techniques. So some people told me not to do so, but that's just who I am. I have a very teacher archetype in me that I can't control. So don't forget to leave it imperfect, leave it open. Don't overdo it. Lose brush strokes. Okay, I'm gonna go deeper into the midtones, and I'm forgetting something. I think I am totally forgetting about something, but I'll just make some time till I remember again what it was that I wanted to say or needed to say. Can't believe this is actually working. Like, the cameras are not overheating. Oh, and by the way, I wasn't gonna say this today, but I'm gonna do interviews. I know. Another thing, I'm gonna start doing interviews with painters, people in restoration. Oh my God, people who do restore of old religious items and pieces. Is that restoration? Is that the correct word? There you go. Poor English sucks, but I think that's the word. So I'm gonna basically do interviews with people from all areas surrounding art. And art history, and I just want to be very broad. And they're going to happen also during like live stream mode. So I'm going to be working, painting, while doing interviews with other artists working and painting, or other people doing their own thing, just chatting, grabbing a piece of coffee, and sharing some time online. So this is going to be a fun channel. Don't forget to subscribe, to like these videos. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I forgot. These live streams only happen once in the galaxy time. Once a time. They're live and then they're out. They don't exist anymore. They're going to be clips. But if you want access to full progress of paintings, again, I recommend you to go to Patreon. It's a very cheap tier to just have entry base level, and you have access to Q&As, to live interviews, like full progress of paintings from start to finish. And you also have access to the first classes of anatomy. Like if you go to my Patreon, Eliana Lemos Art, there's tons of benefits, and it's like paying for a little cup of coffee every month. So I would do it if I was me. So that's it. What you're watching is not going to exist anymore. It's a one-time experience. And I'm just having so much fun with these kind of crazy brush strokes. Okay. I'm gonna go into this, and next time I'll probably show you my progress this Wednesday, and I'm gonna show you like the camera back there. You're gonna see how much I've done. I'm gonna bring it close to show you also the details, and we're gonna start on another painting I showed last stream, which is a portrait of Matthew with his black dog spying on Peter. It's a very famous passage of the Bible. So I'm gonna show you that painting later. And for now, that's all I can think of. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry about the audio, and hopefully you enjoyed hanging out with me and hopefully learning a little bit more about oil painting. So I'll see you Wednesday in the 5 p.m. GMT time, London. Okay, have a great week, everyone. Empower yourselves.